you doing, Father? Get the way back. You look like a boxer.
My girl likes to drink whiskey. My girl likes to drink wine. My girl likes to drink beer and scotch, bourbon and moonshine. Yes, I love my baby, but she's drunk all the time.
Oofda. Cerveza Suave. This is another one from David. This is Don Gordo's Mexican style lager, Cerveza Suave, San Jose, California. 20 IBUs. It's gonna be very should be very smooth, and it's 5%, which means if we slam 26 of them, we might get a buzz. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's beer that looks like beer. That's weird. Okay. It almost smells like a sour beer, or that the glass never got rinsed out. Cheers. No. It tastes just like it smells. Yeah, I've had something in the in a sour beer that reminded me of this. Okay, let's see, on the Dark Star, Din says, how you gonna take like 10 minutes before you even taste the beer? That's on the Dark Star one. Then Multi-Gunman says, remember kids, heroes don't drink beer, heroes drink whiskey. On the Black Ale, first in is J-Dog. Then he says, here before work. Then Rich says, cheers all. Mike says, cheers. And Mike says, it's party time and Eric is buying. Well, there's the party. It's in her womb. She has a party, I know I'm coming. Multi-Gunman, you and Beer Busters in the beginning of the video defeating beer with whiskey. I don't remember what I was about to say right there. How's that, huh? 2.8 set. There wasn't even a squirrel involved. Okay, so I've been thinking about it. I think I made the comment that I didn't want to put the 5.7, the FN 5.7 back with Alice. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what I really want to put in there? I want to put the 5906. Then I started to think about it. The 5906, you're talking about a pistol that, for its time, is a 17+1. So, it holds plenty of ammo. It's built like a brick shithouse. But what is probably hands down by percentage the pistol that there is the most of them out there? Glocks. So which means if there's a lot of Glocks out there, that means there's a lot of Glock magazines. Magazines out there. So then I'm down to, do I actually want to stick a full-fledged Glock? Is the bug out bag for Alice? I mean, I could. I mean, it's in a safe location. But then I thought about it, and I actually really like the Palmetto State. By price, if it gets scratched up or dinged up, it's also a cheaper gun by a little bit. And of course, what does it do? It doesn't come with Glock mags. It comes with actually the P mag, which is the Glock. See, what do these chicks want? And I was like, so here's the plus. I mean, it's configured like a G19, but it can also take the G17 mag, and it can take the Happy Stick. So I would probably obviously have it ready to go like it is, and then maybe put two G19 and two G17 mags loaded up, ready to go. And I was going through my holsters, and I found one that not only will be able to protect the gun while it's in with Alice, but it also works as an inside the waistband holster. It's I don't remember what brand it is. It's not a super expensive one, but it doesn't fold in on itself like a cheap suit when you remove the pistol from it. So I believe I am going to put the Palmetto State in with Alice. It also has actual night sights, which was one of the reasons for not putting one of the 80%ers in there. I do not have an 80%er as of right now that actually has night sights. And these ones, even though they're kind of rounded off at the back, they're still more than enough to grab it like on the edge of your belt or a table, or in the first guy's mouth that you already dispatched, so that you can get the next guy. So it's also quite a bit lighter than the 5906. So is this one made with Mexican urine? Asking for a... Oof. I mean, get rid of the tattoos. The chesticles seem nice. Multi-gunman, I might need some whiskey to supplement my mood. So, I was upstairs taking a shit when Roger called. And I got done, and Christine goes, "You need to give Dad a call." I'm like, "Why?" He's having computer problems. I'm like, fuck. And I thought about it. Let's see. Roger's running Linux. He shouldn't have a computer problem ever again. See what I did right there, NIHAP? And then I'm like, well, thank God I actually have something that's running Linux, or otherwise I wouldn't even begin to, without having to drive all the way out there, wouldn't even begin to. So you can't connect to the internet. I'm just like, okay, you see the little symbols, like, like a stack of umbrellas or something. And he's like, yeah. And I said, okay. So you click on that, and do you see your internet? Well, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll click on that. Well, it's popping up a thing saying that I have to authenticate. I'm just like, why would your computer have lost your login credentials? And then he's like, yeah. When this all started, he went downstairs and changed routers. And I'm like, okay, unless the username and the password are identical, I understand why this isn't happening. I said, could you go downstairs and plug everything in as it was when the computer last worked right? And I go, first of all, you shouldn't even have to put in a password. It should just be, little hand shaky going on there, and it'll all be okay. And he goes, okay. He goes, well, if I don't call you back, everything was okay. And I'm like, okay. So I waited a little bit. And then I decided to come down here, and I decided to, in a small circle of time, converted from not wanting to put the 5906, but go with something that made more sense for parts. I mean, you're talking about everything that is being able to. Matter of fact, I've never tried it, but I'm almost positive you could just take the slide right off of that and put it right on a Glock, and vice versa. It's all there. Everything's all interchangeable. So you have the biggest platform with the most magazines in the most common caliber, and it was like a little epiphany. Yeah, let's do that. Besides that, I really missed the FN, and it's been kind of my nighttime gun. Yes, it and the HK, they jockey for position on the bedside stand, but again, somebody breaks in my door at 2:00 in the morning. I mean, a no knock or whatever. I mean, or bad guys wearing body armor. Good luck. Besides that, I center of mass is obviously the best place to aim, but if it doesn't seem like that works, then I'm just going straight for a noodle shot. And yeah, but like I said, I've had the one fail with the mag getting ejected. Now this is an inside the waistband holster, and so I just decided to take it to the next level. So many of you in the last week or so have placed orders with Pete. I very much appreciate that. I really, I like to see somebody that I give a shit about being able to pursue the American dream. I mean, for Pete, everything was going really good all the way until WokeTube decided to fuck everybody financially, and so I placed an order today myself. Outside right hand, outside the waistband holster for the FN57 with the Streamlight TRL 2 FBI cant. So I'll give that a whirl. Cheap old gun guy. If all the world's a stage, then most of us are disgustingly unrehearsed. And I like Hooters. Poco says, waiting for the Tyson fight. What a catastrophic bunch of fucking bullshit. I logged in and didn't have a single problem. And then while I was waiting for Tyson and Paul Douchebag for that fight, I don't know if there was 2 female fights before it or only one, because as soon as the first fight was about to start, I got the circle of death. And then I tried logging back in and got nothing. And then I logged back in and got the circle of death on the welcome screen for Netflix. Then I logged out and logged back in and got as far as watching the fight, and it started to play, and then I just got the rotation of death, and I watched, which now was something like the equivalent to, what is it, they were either 6 or 8 rounders for 2 minutes each, so that's why I don't know if it was the first girls match or whatever, and another one was just getting ready to start, and now it's like, it's like, I don't know what the fuck it was, like 10:30, almost 11 o'clock or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck time is this shit supposed to even start? So I guess if you didn't see it, consider yourself lucky. 2, Mike Tyson looked like a guy that, first of all, the fact that he went 8 rounds against a guy half his age, more power to him. At, what is he, 54? At 54 years old, for me, I'm pretty much spent getting off the couch and going into the kitchen to grab another beer or a glass of water or something. So, more power to him for that, but it was, I'd also like to go on record as saying is this was the first boxing match that I've ever watched from start to finish. Ever. It was also single-handedly the most boring, fucking useless thing I have ever wasted my time on. I don't know if the whole thing was staged or this Paul Douchebag guy was showing respect for Tyson by taking it easy on him. I know when it came down to like 20 seconds to go, he basically just stopped and went like that in front of Tyson, showing he's respecting his elder. And then Tyson lost by unanimous decision by the refs. So, was this whole thing staged and fake? Is it just a setup for what will be possibly the revenge fight? Tyson, who has for the most part spent all of the money he's ever made. He's only worth like $1 million. Only. I wish I could say that. Fuck, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's down to the point where me and Christine only have $1 million left to our name. Fuck. But he got paid, was it $20 or $30 million? Supposedly this Jake Paul douchebag got paid $50 million. So one of them's making $20 or $30 million to lose, and the other one is, yeah, Netflix, you fucking suck. But then again, I wish any one particular streaming service kind of had the variety of what they have, because I really wish that I wasn't paying any money towards what is the Obamas, along with a very just a shitty company, a shitty fucking company. So, but Well, I was sitting and watching the spinny thing of death. I was on TikTok because a whole bunch of people were streaming it live, and this was a typical thing. It's like, it's on, and I'm actually able to watch it, but at the time it was just the female ones, and all of a sudden they'd get the spinny thing of death, and you'd be like, oh my fucking god! And then people were putting up one thing after another, videos about how Netflix sucks, and one of the most anticipated fights, they've been building this like for what, almost a fucking year, at least 6+ months, and they didn't put together the infrastructure. Well, once again, if a douchebag Barack, the biggest piece of shit, country destroying ass fuck, has anything to do with Netflix, I completely understand why it was a total fuck up last night. Porn star. I mean, you should see the way she can put down a wiener faster than Joey's sister. Poco says, so far, the first fight sucks. There was that romantic side of me that just wanted to watch Tyson knock that fucker out. I have to say, with the fact that, like I said, he stopped swinging at Tyson, I think he would have actually let Tyson hit him with 20 seconds to go. And he was like, it was all hugs and handshakes and all that. About the only one that was missed, and it wasn't Jake Paul's fault. When it was declared that he was the winner, he was busy celebrating and looking at somebody else, and Tyson was standing there with his hand out. Well, he didn't ignore Tyson, he just simply wasn't looking at Tyson, and Tyson simply wanted to, go take a nap or something. Okay, since this isn't on Multi-Gunman, and this is on me, I don't give a fuck if it's spelt whiskey the right or the wrong way. I mean, you spell it the wrong way. Maybe you could say I spell it the lazy way, One less letter to write out. I'd have some Octomore, but when Jeremy and Jolson, they can clear this all out. I can guarantee you, Caitlin won't be drinking any of it unless we're down here trying to recreate a flamethrower or something. Hey Caitlin, I got a little fire going right here. Here, drink this shot of Octomore. Yeah, baby. Ooh, this is a sad sight. Can't tap into that. Tap that for $1. This was pretty good. Maybe of course, this is just a single malt Indian whiskey because they can't call it Scotch. But of course, with all of this, I immediately when I see this, I just think of Japanese or something. But what the fuck do I know? A lot of people would tell you I don't know a fucking thing. For the most part, you'd probably be right. And yet, ask me how much I give a shit. Have a little something with Grandpa. Hey, if there's anything good to declare, at least I I didn't get any political Trump derangement syndrome shit from my mother today. It's like, oh, the United States is now filled with people that have voters' regret. Hey, Ma. Wow, that's smooth. Smart money. The beer sounded good. Actual beer. Then he says, I have a 40 cal carbine. That's it. I like it, but not sure if I would like it in a pistol. If I were to get a carbine under my own power, it would be a 10 millimeter. Otherwise, those look good. Peach and tangerine. Smart Money says they hunt deer on the range. Those must be dang stupid deer. Well, that's where Matt put his deer stand up on his shooting range. Me and Johnny Watson had to stop shooting that one time because in the middle of our shooting, not before it started, in the middle of our shooting, a deer walked out and just looked at us. Oh, squeeze me. Yeah, those are real, I'm sure. I mean, Smart Money, the Republicans probably went after Gates for his move on the speaker. Could be. All I can say is from everything I've heard, something like 30 Republicans have already started a protest over him. So, more than likely, he won't be a pick. But now considering he resigned his position and this, that, the other thing, as the President of the United States, can't Trump simply find him a job anywhere in the White House? I mean, I realize not something that's supposed to be a political appointee where you're supposed to have congressional oversight to get the job, but I still go back to, you know, I know a lot of people acting all pissy about it and saying, oh, he's a child trafficker and a pedophile and blah, blah, blah. And I just can't help but to think about all of the lies that have been put forth by, you know, pick a name, you know, Trump. Every single time a conservative is picked to be part of the Supreme Court, you know, some of the most upstanding people. Oh, you want to be, you want to go up against the Democrats? Oh, yeah, you're, you know what, the thing is what I've noticed up to this point in time is everything that the Democrats usually accuse anybody else of is usually always exactly what it is they're doing. So, I mean, if he truly was guilty of it, then I get it. But to be accused of it, no, fuck you. That's all that's going around right now is being accused of it. The amount of things, I mean, it's quite apparent the damages being done by accusing somebody of something. I mean, right off the bat. I mean, if I had a loved one that committed suicide because Camo Toe Harris didn't win, and it was someone like me that went, well, wait a second. How did the person that committed suicide come to this conclusion? Because they thought that Camo Toe was a fucking golden dildo that floats on water, while all they've been told is lies about Donald Trump. And for that, all these people that I've watched videos on now saying, it's like, me and my immediate family, we're going to be leaving the United States because I just can't have my children growing up in a United States that is so just destroyed by some piece of shit like Donald Trump. She looks like she could be bitchy, but she's bringing the flotation devices with her, so she can come on a boat ride. Yeah. And this is the way I ran my errands today. I'm not that I'm trying to invoke Trump derangement syndrome, but it's amazing actually how many people that I have run across that were extremely nice. Old people that were all smiles and saying good morning and stuff like that. So, obviously, it's too bad she can't afford good pants. I mean, I'm sure there's a few of you that would be willing to help her out. Figure out a way to make a little extra money. Cobra, shit hits the fan question. Is it better to bug in or bug out? Well, not to circumvent that, Cobra, but I think every single one of you have to answer that question for yourselves. Personally, I do not necessarily like I don't really care for my odds of being able to hold back in this present location, but there is strength in numbers. So it's like, well, if Matt and Danielle grabbed whatever firearms they have and they came here, and Michelle, or if Jim is over when shit goes bad, and we all get in one location, and Mike and Ray, and that kind of thing. Dale, if he's down here, then it'd be easier to defend my home. So it would have to kind of come down to what the circumstances are. We're also in the heart of the city. I mean, I would rather be able to be in a location like our shack, where right off the bat, unless they're coming in a stealth plane, unless it's windy, I'd be able to hear a vehicle from 5 miles out up there. There was talk, if something funky went down, David and Bunky were like, must be AI. But they were like, you guys come up here. It would be, a higher ground scenario, but still somewhat the same as this. You're still inside of a city limits kind of thing. being able to defend the house. Again, they're on a corner, so there's the street. The street's like 50 feet away in that direction and 30 feet away in that direction. I mean, Cobra, though, on the other hand, if it was a fight or flight scenario and you're only able to grab a small amount of things, I think the situation would have to be pretty dire, or I'd have to be able to have enough time. If I'm leaving here, I'm not necessarily grabbing all of the guns, but I am definitely gonna grab enough to be able to keep me and maybe run across 10 people that are unarmed but willing to pull triggers. Make sure that I have all the 5.56 ammunition and all of the 5.56 rifles, or at least half of them. Some bigger stuff, like anything in 308. In the event that I'm taking food or taking people. Right at this moment in time, I would want the Psalm with me, especially after I got some time at more than 100 yards. At 100 yards, I can tell you that it wouldn't take long to be easily shooting a quarter. I mean, all the imperfections of shooting that particular rifle are all in me and not in the gun, and the fact that John Huber has it all sighted in. So I would say I can't really, for me, it would kind of depend on also what's the situation, what's the scenario. If there's some civil unrest, yes, I'm staying here and defending my property. Now, if it's like all hopes are lost and the city is, something's happened, like some kind of an attack, a China Red Dawn kind of scenario. Holding. See, it all worked out for me. Yeah, if it was like a China Red Dawn like moment, and that they're maybe going to be going door to door looking for people, then I'm grabbing I'm grabbing all of the ammo and as many firearms as possible, and food and med kits and camping stuff, being able to make fire, everything that I could possibly think of to survive, and I'm heading to the shack. Jolson, we need cowbell. Well, I'd like to, but I just got done signing a contractual obligation, and wow, it's already that late. Shit. Bad. Greetings, Captain. Anyone else watch the Tyson fight? He's about what I expected. He had 2 rounds in him, and that was it. I mean, he did survive another 6. Okay. What do I think of the Mexican-style lager? It definitely has a kind of a funky taste. And I don't know if I drank 4 more of these, if I would get used to it or not. If I had 4 more of these, I would probably save them for the Bloody Marys, and hopefully that taste, that flavor that it has, either complements a Bloody Mary mix, or at least is drowned out by it. But yeah, David, of all the things, this would be about the, and I think I kind of put them in somewhat the order that I thought I would enjoy them, and this being last does work out. I would give this a 4. Charquet. Cheers all. Fondled that. Clean bench. Here we go. Then he says SH. Iron Bomy. Outro. Yeah, I always like that one. And the last 2 running to the finish line is Din. A beer that tastes like beer. I know, it's weird. And then he says Cowbell for 47. You know, just because you try to use your psychological abuse on me doesn't necessarily mean that it'll win. Okay. Oof. So, what are we, about 30-something minutes? 41 minutes. And there's only one of you in the club. McLean is going to be a little bitch. I think I actually wouldn't mind a little taste of something. What do I have? That doesn't suck too badly. Glenn's Gotcha. Seasonal release 2012, 12-year-old limited edition. Cast strength. Ooh. What? It's okay, Grandpa. I'm going to take you with me. Okay. Tomorrow is going to, if tomorrow happens, tomorrow will be over on the backup channel. Anybody that ever asked that question, the link to the backup channel should be in the description. I have to go through it, do a little cleaning, get the description cleaned up, or maybe I'll just make my own comment and pin it to the top. Over at the backup channel for Sunday Bloody Sunday. And you know what? I think I have 4 or 5 Bloody Mary mixes in there. And 2 of them are, one of them is spicy or V8 Bloody Mary mix. The other one is Sacramento brand Bloody Mary mix. But there's a couple of them that look like the one that kind of got me interested is the Jack Link's one. I think we might be doing that one tomorrow. Otherwise, as I always want to say thanks to all you guys that show up day in and day out, or some of you, not McLean. And and Cobra, thank you for the question. I always like I always like the questions, regardless if it's like thinking about it or not. But that's a good question, and it would really come down to the scenario. Me and Christine have said that, typically, unless we know that it's just ride the storm out, we don't want our house to be wrecked by just a bunch of fucking city burning little baby bitches that the Democrat libtards have turned into this time around. Then I stay here to defend my house. If I have to, I'll put a fucking chair out on top of our porch, crawl out our bedroom window, and I'll be sitting up there with a fucking AR. Go ahead, come into my yard. Scoop up the bodies when it's all over and bring you out to the landfill. But if it truly is, like I said, a Red Dawn kind of scenario, then I'm going to spend whatever time I have getting as many guns and ammunition and supplies that I'm off of the scenario that I may never be back here again, or if I was, there'd be nothing left. So either way, I guess it'd be good to, before I turn the shit off, to actually hit the refresh button. Right now, Rich is the only one in the club. Rich is still the only one in the club saying cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Wow. Oh, that's right. I also have to go and, okay. This is the third time. You see that I gave Rich a heart. And I hit reload. Oh, he doesn't come back that time. Okay, the black ale. Sort by newest. Oh, also, Mike. Gillian. He's got his latest TAC Pack video up. If you want to click on him and go over and check that out. It's actually a TAC Pack that has things in it that I would actually be able to use. Jolson says the Olight site and app have the wheel where you can spin daily during most sales. It's going on now. You can win free stuff. Well, I'd really like, if I could afford to, but any extra money that I had, I just spent it on a holster from Pete. So I'm trying my best to help Pete's economy. I'd really like a one or two more of the Olight Baldor minis. I think they're great. Again, you're getting me enjoying myself and hanging out with you. So when you hear me say, Pete at Armor Guard Holsters makes the hands down my favorite holster. Having said that, sorry Pete, but if I won the Powerball, it would be leather holsters for everybody. But Pete's holsters are great, and he continuously challenges himself to outdo himself. Oh, I also ordered it with the metal clips instead of the 10mm. Yes. As far as the Olight stuff, nice nipples. Quite a few of, well, let's put it this way. Olight has not taken my world of flashlights from ThruNite. I still think ThruNite does a fantastic job. The Olight flashlights that I do have, I really like. Amanda gave me one in that Arctic white, and I love that flashlight. The downside is, John, if you play this for Amanda, is the thing is so fucking nice that I don't want to tear it all up, but it's the what was it, the something mini battle I don't know. It's a fucking great light. I love the flashlight. If my channel wasn't if the eBomi channel wasn't so decimated by woke tube, I would have asked Olight to try out one of the O sights. What's cool about that is you have it mounted on your pistol, and when it needs to be charged, it's actually a battery pack charger that just slides over it and charges it. They make it in red and green, and obviously with my eyes, it's all about the green. Yeah, I definitely like to give one of those a try, and I could easily, I have at least 2 or 3 more pistols that I could put the Baldor Mini on, starting with Ed's 4006, because that gun has been on duty since Jules gave it to me. Let's see, Poco Shoota Palooza, maybe this year? I don't know. Salty, make nakedness great again. And that's it. But there was stuff that, how it shows up over here when it doesn't show up over there is bullshit. Bullshit. Let me hit the refresh button. See if anybody else jumped in the club. Sort by newest first. Nope. Rich, you get a special little star on your calendar today as being the only one in the club. Okay, guys. Cheers. See you for Sunday, Bloody Sunday over at the other channel. Cheers.